Hi, this is Mike.
And I am Fran.
And this is Mike and Fran Unrehearsed, episode 45. Hey, isn't that the RPMs of the records you used to listen to when you were a kid, Mom? 45?
Probably.
Yeah, I don't know what I'm thinking. Anybody with a record player out there can check on that for me. But anyway, welcome to episode 45 of Mike and Fran Unrehearsed. We're on 216 The Net. That's real life internet radio on Wednesdays at noon. And you can always go to www.mikeandfranradio.com where all of our shows are on there. And if you want to network with my friends Cup of Joe on Monday mornings, you're more than welcome to join us every Monday morning at 8 o'clock. Like-minded people talking about their small businesses. Meet us for Cup of Joe networking group on Facebook on Monday mornings at 8 o'clock a.m. And then, of course, if you're interested in saving on things that you buy in the stores and vacations, and rentals, and airplane fares and things like that, go to Life Super app on the website right there. And we also have Wednesday evening meetings at 7 p.m. If you want to find out more about that, there's a 5-minute video on my website. And then, of course, if you need telehealth for your pet, let me know, and I'll hook you up with Pet MD for $12.99 a month for 24/7 access to veterinarians. Whew! So that's all I got to get up to date. But hey, what's going on, folks? The Olympics are over. Mom and I saw the closing ceremony. Mom, what'd you think?
Oh, well, I'm on a high still from it. They won so many medals. Can I have that?
Yeah.
I think that the U.S. came back with the top. We had 113 medals, 39 gold, 41 silver, and 33 bronze.
So I have one question. Mm-hmm. Did we beat China on the gold
China
medals?
was next, and then Russia, Great Britain, Japan goes down.
So we did.
And other countries like Australia, Italy, Germany, the Netherlands, which was the Dutch, France, Canada, Brazil, New Zealand, Hungary, representatives of Korea, Ukraine, Spain, and Cuba came down in that order.
Yeah, but I also heard that this was the first year that Japan won like the most medals that it ever won before. It was kind of neat because it was hosted in Japan.
Yeah, they won 58. They came in with the most, or fourth in the amount of medals.
Yeah, but what I'm saying is they never won this many medals
That
before.
is true.
So that was really good for them.
That is true.
And a couple of surprising wins.
Yes.
So, baseball. Who do you think was going to win? The USA.
Well, Japan, they are so nuts over it, so
Japan
that's
won
why it was
gold,
great.
And the USA won silver.
Yes,
so that was kind of a huge upset there, I think.
Yes.
But a lot of people, won gold medals. Simone Biles bowed out, and she let other teammates step up.
Yeah.
And so some of these girls won their very first gold medal,
well,
which I think was really cool. And she did wind up winning a bronze. Mm-hmm. So good for her.
Yeah. It just represented the diligence, strength, perseverance of all of these young athletes, not all young.
No.
Their families, their friends, their coaches. It took a whole city to do this. They didn't do it alone. But they had the gumption and desire. And
yeah, I mean, look at Allison Felix, 35 years old, has a little baby girl, and they told her, after you have a baby, you can no longer be in the Olympics. You're not a star athlete. And look what she did.
Track star.
She proved them wrong.
Yeah,
and now she's like
11 medals.
She's won 11 medals,
yes.
The most out of any track and field Olympian ever.
Yes.
And it's just amazing. So that's pretty cool.
Michael, why don't you do your Letterman routine?
Well, what we're going to do here is I just want to close out the 2020 Olympics in Tokyo with our version of David Letterman's top 10 list. So what we're going to do is we actually have 25, but we're going to do a top 10 list of the things that we learned from the 2020 Tokyo Olympics. But before we do that, I want to get your comment because I didn't get to see the opening ceremony or the closing ceremonies.
I taped it for you.
Okay, thank you. But I want you to tell everybody what you thought of the opening, closing ceremonies because you saw them.
Well, I thought they were good
pretty
enough.
Good, pretty good.
Yes.
I mean, not as spectacular as some of them as that you've
Probably
seen.
not, but I think under the circumstances they were adequately done.
No.
And I didn't look at it. It seemed so many of the newspapers are ready to down everything that was done because of the comment
I wanted to mention
epidemic. And there wasn't that exuberance, which I think should have been out there because these people, the athletes, were so lucky to have it now a year later because they were all losing their prime or the top marks that they were going to do. I just felt it was an exhilarating situation.
Absolutely.
And so many people came on with, well, it should have been this. Well, the Japanese people, many didn't want it. Well, that happens in any country. And I think under the circumstances, they did a marvelous job.
I do too. And I can't believe the first day, of the closing ceremonies, they're just dissing the whole event. Nobody wanted it. Here it is.
Well, that's what the headlines would give you to
Oh
think.
my God, what a terrible thing to have to watch.
Yeah.
Attendance was down. Why did they even have to do it? I mean, give them a break. Look what they did. It should have been a lot better.
We were more up about it.
Have a little bit of compassion for the country that chose to host the Olympics in the first place. They didn't know there was going to be a crisis and a COVID-19 pandemic, for God's sakes. They had no idea about it. Look at all the money, the millions of dollars that they're going to be losing because they couldn't have anybody in the stands. But you know what? They did the right thing.
They did a superior
the right
job
thing.
Under the circumstances
Talk about
and above the circumstances.
What, a super spreader? I mean, can you imagine what would have happened if they let people in there?
Yep.
And then the Delta thing was infecting everybody. We would have had like one athlete competing because everybody else was lying flat on their back with COVID. I mean, what would have happened? I mean, I don't know. I mean, I think you have to give them credit for what they did, and I think they did a fantastic job.
Okay.
Okay?
All right. So why don't you go on with your...
this is what I'm going to do first before I do that. I know you're itchy to get to that list.
I thought they were cute.
They were good. Now, we worked really hard on this list. We were up till, 4 in the morning the other night?
Yeah, this one wasn't a winger off the top of your head. This one we had to think about him, right?
A lot of things happened at the 2020 Olympics. Good, bad, ugly, whatever. Funny, hilarious, heartwarming, compassionate. All of these things we saw by watching the Olympics. And I was telling my brother, because he didn't get a chance to see them, that he should see this. And you can go on NBC, I guess you can go on Comcast on demand and see all of the events right there, the highlights of all the events. And we just found that out like halfway through it. So we're going back there and replaying some of the events.
Well, yeah, we couldn't find the trampoline. We couldn't find table tennis.
I didn't even know trampoline was an event.
Yeah.
Okay, so I couldn't find it because I didn't know it was there. All of a sudden, I saw it and I'm like, trampolines event? Because when I was in high school, I was in gymnastics, and trampoline was not an Olympic event.
Or rock climbing, like wall climbing, and some of the...
All these odd things that are Olympic events now is crazy. Crawling up a wall like a spider. I mean, that's an Olympic event. Yeah. Riding a little BMX bicycle. That's an Olympic event. All these silly things. Ping pong, badminton. I guess those have always been Olympic events. It's a little bit of a confusion with gymnastics. Now, there's artistic gymnastics, and then there's rhythmic gymnastics. So, artistic gymnastics is more along the lines of the general gymnastics that we're kind of used to with the tumbling and the high bar and the uneven bars and all that kind of thing. We have teams and then you have individual events. Now, the rhythmic gymnastics is more like in the water. I guess it's with the ribbon, with the rings, with the little darts that they throw and the little balls, and it was really interesting.
Well, I'm not really sure.
Yeah,
about that.
I am. I know. I read it. I looked it up. That's just draw a line right there. That's what it is. That's what it is. And it was very interesting to see some of those events. Now, a lot of those are only for women, which is fine. But I thought it was great to watch some of those, and we'll talk a little bit about that.
All right.
But do you have like a favorite event that you like to see? I remember watching well, we happened to watch the trampoline, and oh my God, it was on the DVR and on demand, and we watched the you know what the. So they had the qualifying round. They had 2 qualifying rounds of like. Are you okay? We had 2 qualifying rounds of like 16 athletes, and then they whittled it down to 8, and then I think it was a final 8 that got into the final event, which was for a medal. And we're watching these guys from all over the world bouncing up and down on a trampoline and doing sort of a similar kind of routine, but the trampoline was really kind of small, and they had people standing around it, you know, to help them out.
It looked like they went as high as a 3-story
Oh my
building.
God! They went really high,
Yes.
and they're supposed to stay in the middle, and they keep bouncing and bouncing, and you're watching this at the edge of your seat, thinking this guy's gonna bounce right off the trampoline.
Well, some did.
And some of them did. And one guy got his foot stuck, and he came down and went through the spring. And then the one right after him, they pushed the mat out for him because they thought he was getting too close to the spring. And it was like intense, wasn't it?
Yeah.
It was like a lot of trauma, a lot of drama. It was like these poor guys are trying to do their routine, but you know,
I called it drama.
a lot of things could happen on
Yeah.
a trampoline. So I thought that was kind of interesting. But anyway, let's get to our top 10. So here we go. 10, 9, 8. Oh, actually, we're going to have the top 25. So what we have to do is start off with the little ones and work our way up to the top one. So are you ready?
Yes.
I think you are.
Yes,
Are you sure?
we put a lot of effort in it. I'm ready.
Are you?
Yes.
Oh, I got to mention one thing. So we have a new account on TikTok. TikTok. Is that it? Right? Yeah, that's it. It's not TICTOC for all you non propeller heads out there. Right? TikTok. Anyway, it's hot. It's really hot. And we're going to put a minute video up there, and we're going to start a Mike and Fran thing. And guess what we're going to do for our first video on TikTok? Top 10 things we learned from the 2020 Olympics. And it's going to be really fun. I'm going to finish putting that together today, so it'll be on there hopefully after the show airs tomorrow at noon on Wednesday. Oops, I let everybody know that this was Tuesday. Is that okay? Because we actually record the show the day before. But we do it as close as we can to Wednesday so that it's current. Because we like to talk about current events. Okay, all right, enough of that, right? Are you ready, Mom?
I am.
Okay, here we go. So remember, go to TikTok and look for Mike and Fran Radio. Mike and Fran Radio. It's at Mike and Fran Radio. That's our new TikTok site. Mike and Fran Radio. Because you know why? It's MikeandFranRadio.com. Hey, pretty clever, huh? All right.
It's enough.
I thought that was good. Are you ready?
It's enough. You talk. Not a lot.
So in honor of our favorite late night host, David Letterman, Late Night with David Letterman, here are the top 24 things we learned from the 2020 Olympics. Number 24, if your grandpa told you to be an Olympian, you had better win a gold medal someday. All right, so who was that guy, Mom?
It was the shot put man from Redmond, Oregon.
That's right.
Who put on the Western cowboy hat that
That's
warmed
right.
my heart. And I think his name was Rupp. And he's the one that Grandpa had steered him to do this.
That was a fantastic story. Okay. All right, number 24. If you are lonely, join an artistic swimming team, but you will never see your family again.
Yeah, they stayed together 24 hours a day for most of the year.
Well, I think most of them did that because they had to be really coordinated under the water.
Yeah, even the
above
ones that
water.
were mothers and had families.
They were specifically talking about the Japanese team, but I have a feeling they all probably do that.
Yeah. Okay.
All right. Number 23. Get your cameras ready for 8 women to pose like a peacock moments before their artistic swimming routine. Now,
Oh, yeah, that was the Ukraine team, I think.
I think it was the Ukrainian team.
Yeah, they were terrific.
And they all did their swimming routine, but before they got in the water, they all did a little bit of a sort of a standing performance.
Like a ballet of sorts.
But some of them did something, some of them hardly did anything at all. But these guys had all these awesome poses, and I thought it was pretty cool.
Ended up looking like a peacock, and then they started their routine in the water.
And then they jumped in the water and did their routine.
Yes.
I think they did great.
Number 22, punch in the air and yell with authority, and your kata can score points.
That's right. Now, this was a special year for karate because karate has never been an Olympic event. And what's cool is that they held it in Japan because the next Olympics, I don't think they're going to have karate in there. But they're doing their forms, and they're yelling and screaming and punching with authority, and they could win a medal for that. And it's called a kata. Kata. So that was pretty impressive. But Mom was saying, he's just posing out there. What is he doing? He's just posing.
That's what I thought.
Well, it looks like it, but I think there's a lot more to it. Okay, we'll go to the next one.
Number 21. If you want an Italian high jumper to jump on your bones, share a gold medal with him. Oh, that one was shown over and over when he tied. Two of them tied. And
well, this is the thing. The high jump is just interesting to watch anyway. They run and they leap and they jump and then they go backward over this high bar. And the Italian guy did really good. And these guys are like long and lanky. And then this guy from Africa did it, and he did really good too. And they were tied for first place. And they were sitting there talking to the judge. And the judge goes to the African guy. He goes, well, we could have a playoff, or a runoff. We got to do another one, and the best score is going to win. And then the African guy goes, "Is it all right if we get two gold?
We share the gold.
Could we get 2 gold?"
Yes.
And it took like a second, and he goes, "Yeah, we can do that." And then seconds later, the Italian guy jumped on top of the other guy, and he was just ecstatic, and he was so happy. It was like insane.
Yes.
It was really insane. And then of course, when the Italian won the fastest man in the world event, which was minutes after this happened, he went over there and congratulated him.
Yeah.
And then they had it on Italian TV, and it was like insanity. It was insanity. Yeah. What's the next one?
Number 20. Don't ever think about winning gold if you're racing next to a mommy rocket or a pocket rocket. You decide which one. They are speedy. She is speedy.
Well, this is one specific woman, and I'm pretty sure she was from Jamaica, but that's what they call her. They used to call her Pocket Rocket. Now she's a mommy, so now they call her Mommy Rocket.
Yeah.
And if you're racing with her, you better watch out because she's going to be a contender no matter what. That's for sure. Number 19, climbing a wall like a spider was a 2020 Olympic event. So that climbing, the wall climbing thing, they were like going up really fast.
Well, they went so high
Fast.
they had to have ropes tied on to harnesses. Yeah.
What I meant to say was they're climbing up like a spider.
Yeah. To ring a bell.
Really fast, really as fast as they possibly can to ring a bell.
All right.
And that's an Olympic event. That's an Olympic event.
Yeah.
Can you believe it? I can't. All right. Number 18. Ping pong, more like battleship. I mean, watching those guys hit that ball was like, wow. They stood like they're 10 feet away from the table, right? And they hit it, and it hits, and it spins, and then he slams it, and it hits the table. And so how do they do that?
You get a workout whether you're doing singles or doubles.
I got to work out.
It's ferocious.
I got to work out just watching that event.
Yes.
It was not. It was like badminton was like that too, but it was like slow compared to this. All right, number 17. If an Italian proves to be the fastest man alive, you don't need to translate Italian TV. That's for sure, because they replayed the Italian version of this guy winning the medal,
and he was frenetic.
It doesn't matter what they said; they were just, oh my god! And then the other guy came out, and it was nuts. It was really nuts. So that's good for them, though. Good for them.
Number 16. If you're just a thing, you can still be a gold medal champion. Only your last name will be Mo. Spelled M-U.
Moo.
Moo. But I think they pronounced it Mo.
A thing, moo.
Yeah.
Moo?
Yeah, but that was an interesting first name.
Oh, my God. A thing.
And she was speedy in track
and she's from
field.
Trenton, New Jersey.
Yeah.
And she did fantastic. And when those
Yes.
four women ran the 440, the relay at the end, or the 400, they were just miles ahead of everybody. Just the most awesome looking athletes running across that finish line like thoroughbreds. I mean, it makes you want to go and work out. That's what it makes me want to do. It makes me want to do sit-ups until I croak, until I look like that. I got a long way to go, but doesn't it want to make you get a hard, firm body just like those people that were running? I do.
All right, number 15. If you can swim upside down and cross your legs in the air repeatedly in rhythm, you could be one of 8 artistic swimmers.
One of 8 artistic
they
swimmers.
were fantastic. They could have
They were.
upside down in the water and have their feet coming up and legs all in rhythm to the same
insanity. It was
height.
like they were all tied together, and they showed them
impossible.
underwater, and they were moving up and down, and it's
Yep.
like turning and twisting. It was insanity, but it was really nice. It was really nice to watch. Okay, next one.
Number 14, if you're faint of heart, don't watch the USA team as they stick their legs through the trampoline. Well, that one scared you. We talked about that earlier.
You don't expect that. And boom, his leg went right through there. He was okay. Yeah. He was okay, but you don't expect that. Okay. Number 13, if you race bikes on an oval track, your coach acts as your kickstand. Because we noticed the guys with the bikes were standing there, the coach was like holding them up on the bike until they were ready to go. It just looked kind of weird. I mean, I don't know. Why can't they just put their legs down and start? I guess they have to start with their feet on the pedals or something. I don't know. So, hey, Mom, I think we're on actually number 11 now. So we have a total of 24. Okay, so number 11, weightlifting, man or woman. Please wear a name tag. Maybe that might help, but it would have to say man or woman on it.
Well, I asked you, and you said, "Oh, that's a woman." And I said, "How did you know?" He said, "There's a sign up there that said."
Well, it actually said women's weightlifting, but without that sign, it was a little hard to tell. I mean, it's not a big deal, but I thought it was kind of interesting. You had to look close. When they smiled, you can tell, maybe. Yeah, who knows? Okay, number 10. Watching paint dry or watching golf? Same difference.
Well, in the early rounds, yes. But later on when, what was it, Nelly Cordo had a playoff with, I think, Linda or something, Co.
Yeah.
That was interesting. But other than that, it just sort of took forever.
It's not the most exciting thing to watch on TV.
Yeah.
If you're there, it's a little more exciting.
Right.
Okay. Even if your dad is the boss, Bruce Springsteen, it doesn't guarantee you a medal.
Yes, his daughter Jessica did a beautiful job of writing, but she knocked
Riding
down
what?
one.
What does she do,
Oh,
Mom? What sport does she participate in?
Yes, equestrian.
There you go.
Equestrian.
So she rides a beautiful horse, and she did really good, but I don't know if she got a gold medal.
No, she didn't win a medal.
So even if your dad's name is the boss, Bruce Springsteen, doesn't guarantee a gold medal. All right, so keep that in mind. Okay, Mom, so here you go. Number 8.
Number 8, in Olympic basketball, looking at the players, it seemed the short shorts made you taller and the long shorts made you shorter.
That's right.
That was in the U.S. playing Spain.
Mom was saying,
look at the
US
long
team
legs.
is really tall. I go, Mom, they're the same height. They're all like
But they
6'8".
had shorter shorts.
That's ridiculous.
Their legs looked longer.
Okay, next one.
Number 7. If you see someone with chalk on their neck, they could probably shot put you across the room.
That's right.
That's true.
That's right, because they're an Olympic shot putter, and those guys are big. And they put the chalk on there, I think, so that the shot put stays there and it doesn't slip. So they got all this chalk on their neck. It's kind of unusual when you look at them. So if you see a guy in Jewel, chalk on his neck, run the other way. That's all I'm saying.
Wasn't that the guy from Oregon? Yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
What's next?
Number 6. Tossing colored balls, large hoops, batons, and ribbons in the air is actually an Olympic event. Sorry, women only.
That's right. Women only. But they did very well. And I didn't know that, the ball, the rings, the batons, all that fell under that same category. But it was pretty cool to watch. But it was like, is that really an event? Could they actually call them athletes? but I guess you can. It was pretty cool. Number 5. If you are a 35-year-old mother who won her 11th medal in track and field, your name is Allison Felix. Didn't she do great?
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah, she's an amazing person on and off the field, is what I understand. So she's a real inspiration to a lot of young people that want to get in the sport. And I think that was fantastic. Number 4, if Simone Biles can get the twisties while flying and spinning through the air upside down, we have another good reason to keep our 2 feet permanently planted on the ground.
Yep.
I don't want any part of that.
Enough said.
I mean,
Enough
she's a
said.
professional, and if that happens to her,
Yeah.
man, I don't want it to happen to me.
Yep.
Do you? I mean, you got to be careful.
She gave a new twist to all the ideas of looking
She
at
does.
gymnastics.
She does. She
From
does.
the mental approach.
I mean,
Yeah.
she did, and that's going to be a whole
She
new
did a
thing
good
now.
deed.
She did. So now I think people are going to be more aware because she was having some problems, and they're going, "You're fine, you're fine." She goes, "No, I am not fine, and I'm not going to go on
And
because
so
I can't.
many-
Because you could kill yourself. You could literally die if you come down off of that."
Well, so many
off
people
of that flip wrong and maim yourself for the rest of your life or be dead or
Right,
whatever.
right.
And you got to be careful about it. You can't take that for
Yes.
granted. You can't take that for granted. Okay. Number 3. If you don't like the way your bikini bottoms look, Lady Gaga will pay your fine so that you can wear shorts. And that's exactly what she did.
Yeah,
What
that
was it?
was
The Norway?
Norwegian.
The Norwegian team?
Norwegian.
Okay. They didn't like
I
it.
think.
All right. Yeah, so she actually paid them so they could wear
Volleyball,
shorts
yes.
because she thought it was sexist. Okay.
Yes.
All right. So read number 2.
Number 2. Only an Italian can do this. After completing his jump, shrug. What the hell do you think I was going to do? Come on. What the hell? His attitude was just terrific.
As soon as he landed that jump, he was like, "Hey!" Put his hands out like, "What are you trying to say, man? You didn't think I was going to do it? I did it, and I did it good, and I'm the best at it. Hey, what are you talking about?" I thought that was pretty good. All right.
And I'll give you number 1 to read.
Okay. And the number 1 thing we learned from the 2020 Olympics is, drum roll, you can still win a gold medal at the Olympics, even if a pot of boiling water fell on you at 3, you were kidnapped and offered up for adoption before your mother knew about it at 5, and you lost a kidney falling out of a tree while trying to catch a snake at 10.
Yes.
That's just an amazing
That
story.
was the man who won the rowing from Brazil.
That's right.
Yes,
right. What a
yes.
life that guy had, and what
Yes.
a smile he had when he won that gold medal.
Yes.
So that's it, folks. That's our top 24 things that we learned from the 2020 Olympics. I hope you enjoyed them. And check out TikTok, Mike and Fran Radio. And we'll see you next week. Bye for now.
Bye from Bran.
Bye from Mike. Take care.
Okay.